So, dear friends, so let us start a new topic today. So, this is a past perfect continuous. Okay. So, we have already studied the present perfect continuous. Now, we are going to study past perfect continuous. See the structure. So, the structure is very simple here. Subject plus had, auxiliary, we take had, and been plus V4. Okay. Subject plus had plus been. Been is a past participle of B form, past participle of B form, and V4, that is also present participle. So, V4 is a present participle or a progressive form of all the verbs plus complement. So, if you can recollect the structure of the present perfect continuous, see here I have written down, I have already wrote this on board. So, to compare these two things. So, in the previous slides I did not write, but in this slide I wrote very clearly to make the difference. I want to make it very clear to you students. Okay. Subject same, been same, V4 is same, complement is same, everything is same. What is the difference? So, past perfect continuous takes had because that is past, and present perfect continuous takes has and have. That is the only difference. Got my point? So, had should be taken for past perfect continuous, and the remaining structure subject plus been plus V4 plus complement is same. And present perfect continuous, subject plus, instead of had we should take has and have, been plus V4 plus complement. That's all. That is the structure, had. So you just forget about has and have temporarily and had in your mind. So, okay, this had should be taken in past perfect continuous. Actions began in the past and continued up to that point in the past. Up to a particular point, actions completed, both actions are completed and actions have begun. Okay. So, in the past and continued up to that point in the past. Okay. Next, two actions are past actions only. There is no present action, both actions are past. One action is to be represented or denoted in simple past, and a second action must be denoted or represented in a past perfect continuous. So, one action is past perfect continuous and other action is simple past. Okay. So, you have to club these two actions together. See here, when Mr. Anand came to school, he joined school. Came or joined? When Mr. Anand joined school in 2024, and Mr. Joseph, he is a very excellent lecturer in math. So Mr. Joseph had already been teaching. Yes, see here, past perfect continuous, had been teaching. Yes, structure tallied. So, had already been teaching there for 5 years. So, for your clarity, I wrote on the board the period also, because when Mr. John would have joined there in that particular school in 2019. Okay. So, 19 to 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There are 5 years. So, this 24, so 2024 and Anand came to school. At that time, we have to tell that when Mr. Anand joined school in 2024, Mr. Joseph had already been teaching there in that particular school for 5 years. Continuity period is there. So, that's why one should be used, that continuous period should be used in a past perfect continuous tense. Okay. So, it cannot be simply he was working. So, that will not suit good. He was working there for 5 years. It doesn't suit well. Okay. Next we take here, he had been acting in movies. He had been acting in movies when I met him in 2020. So, here the how many years he had been acting I did not mention. So, maybe 10 years, 5 years, 2 years maybe. Okay. He had been acting in movies when I met him in 2020. I met him in 2020. Oh, at that time he had been acting in movies. Okay. I met him in 2024 and he had been working for that particular company. I met him in 2019 and he had been working for a different company. He had been working for a different company, not the same company. So this is the structures and how we use the present perfect continuous. Okay, is it clear for you? So let us go for some more examples so that it can throw much more light on that, and also you will get more clarity also. Okay, thank you. Yes, students, so here are some more examples on this present perfect continuous. The structure is subject plus had plus been plus V4 plus complement. So this is the simple structure for it, and these all the sentences will follow the structure. See here, she had been conducting yoga classes when I met her in 2023. Both are past actions. I met her in 2023. That is one past action. At the time what he was doing, she had been, what she was doing, she had been conducting yoga classes. Okay, or you can say for 5 years when I met her, that also you can say. So they had been working on another project when Mr. Smith joined the company. So Smith joined the company at a particular year. Here the year is not mentioned. Mr. Smith joined, that is over, past action. At that time they had been working on another project. We had been working on environment. So the environmental studies, okay, it is very good subject, environmental studies. Ours is a firm of, we conduct different studies. We were given environmental study, and we had been working on environment or environmental studies when a new project offered to us. Okay, a new project, yes, so that is almost completion. Environmental studies, we were offered a new project. So when we were offered a new project, so we had been working on environmental studies. Okay, that is the thing. Next, he had been teaching English, spoken English. He had been teaching spoken English for 5 years. Okay, when he was introduced to me, or I was introduced to him, anything is okay. When he was introduced to me, he had been teaching English for 5 years. Okay, these are the good sentences which will give more clarity on past perfect continuous, and simply we cannot use as it is, but these past perfect should be clubbed with another past time clause, and one simple past and other is a past perfect continuous. Shall I read them again? She had been conducting yoga classes when I met her in 2023. They had been working on another project when Mr. Smith joined the company. We had been working on environmental studies when a new project offered to us. He had been teaching English, spoken English, for 5 years when he was introduced to me. Okay, dear students, I think hope it is very clear for you. We have completed past also. We have completed present tense. We have completed past tense. Okay, all the 4 forms, different forms we have completed. Okay, all combinations and permutations we have completed, and now we will enter into future. Okay, the future is really wonderful. So let us study the future and how it will be. Okay, and as usual there are minor changes even in future, but it is somewhat different from present and past. Future is somewhat different, and a new auxiliary will be introduced there, and also the introduction of yes, so there is introduction of shall and will. Yeah, so far we have not come across shall and will. So shall and will are used in future tenses, and shall and will are nothing but they are modal verbs. Okay, the third type of verbs I have not covered so far. So third type of verbs are also there. One is regular verbs, irregular verbs, auxiliaries and main verbs. Okay, that we have seen, and one more type of verbs are there. So they are modal verbs. So can, could, will, would, may, might, ought. Okay, so these are the modal verbs. So let us have a separate class on modal verbs so that you can use them. Thank you so much.